Hey guys, welcome back to B&B Toys. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving weekend. Today we're going to mess around with the Marvel Legends series, Deadpool and Teenage Warhead. I think this was a return at my Target. It was clearance down to 32, I think it was. Either way, I was happy to see it. I really wanted one, but I missed out on them when they first came through. As you can see here, we got Deadpool. Comes with an array of hands, his swords, guns, and a unicorn, of course. He also comes with a blade. Teenage Warhead comes with a second pair of hands, and she also comes with her psychic or magic powers, as you would say. I don't know which way that would go. As you can see here, he's scratched out their real names and put in their superhero names. It's got the nice logo. It looks like it's a sticker. We got the side logo with Deadpool, the back with Teenage Warhead and Deadpool. Really nice. I love these eyes. And then the other side with Teenage Warhead. On top, we got a nice little logo again with that sticker. I'm really tempted to peel it off or rub it down. And then the bottom, just all your legal stuff. Yeah, let's not waste more time and let's get this bad boy open. So as you can see here, these two figures come with a lot of accessories. I understand why this was originally I think it was $49.99 if I remember correctly, set. So you get the two figures, 20 each, plus the accessories. I feel they could have done a little better job with his weapons, like the swords, but we'll get into that. But for starters, let's start off with Negasonic Teenage Warhead. The first issue I've got with her is she's got a tiny speck here. And I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but her X-Men logo is just jacked. It's off-center, bottom left. Her face is great. Their face sculpts are probably one of the best right now in the toy industry. Let me get a little more light in here. Yeah, they did a really good job with the earring. Her hair looks really, really good. It's probably one of the most realist looking hairstyles ever. I feel it was a little higher in the movie, but I'm not going to nitpick on that too much. The rest of her outfit looks good. I do love this belt. I wish they would have continued the accent around, but I'm not sure if that's how it is in the movie or not. I'm not really going to have too much of an issue with that. So her head comes down like this, which is great. And it comes back all the way up. So you can definitely get a good flight or whatever pose from her. I don't know if she flies for sure, but maybe after she does her explosion, she does. Her hands come all the way up to here on both sides, as you can see. The elbows come in quite well for a female's elbows. They come up, down, and up. They have a really good rotation. They even go back a little if you need to. Just the same on the other side as well. Her wrist, she's got the left that comes in, up and down, and she also has the right that comes in and up and down the same way. As far as her waist, she doesn't really come forward much, but she goes back like this, which I guess is fine because I don't really see you doing too many poses there. Maybe like a little action pose or something. She does not have drop down. I don't think Deadpool does either. I'll have to examine it. She does have movement here, but she does not have a waist cut, just this abdomen cut. She has a thigh cut, which you just saw. Her knees, very impressive, come all the way back. She has what the heck do they call this? A shin cut. Her feet rotate like this. They also spin around a little, if you need be. You're trying to get those more dynamic poses. You're going to be able to get whatever pose you're going to need out of her. I love the texture that they did here. This will focus. The yellow they punch in our hands, that texture they got right here is really, really nice. Give you guys a little better view of her here. I don't know what exactly this is on the back of her, but it's probably they laid her down after she was printed or painted, however they do that. So yeah, there's a little bit of that there. Now, as far as her hands, she comes with this separate set of hands. And here they are. They're the same, just opposite hands than what she comes with in the package. So she has 2 of them out and 2 punching. Okay. And as far as her powers go, they did a really good job in these. I'm not sure if we've seen these one before, but we've seen ones like this. It just wraps around the arms. Like so. I don't think there's really a rhyme or reason to this. I think it's just, you put it on where you put it on. I think it's a cool effect, and it looks good with her little bratty head, if you will. I think they did a really good job of capturing that teenage angst on her little attitude in that, if you will. All right, so the main attraction here, Deadpool. First off, I love that I could do this pose. This is the, oh, who farted, or, oh, I did a bad thing, or, yeah, I don't know what else to say. But this figure is amazing. I love the thinness here of his straps. They did a good job of punching in the detail down here, if you guys can see that. They did such a good job. I wish I would have painted this buckle here, but I'm not going to nitpick too much. Same with the ones on the back. I think they did a really, really good job. The detail on this is insane. I hope they continue this with other figures, not just the MCU line, which I understand why. But as far as his head is concerned, I don't know what I'm saying half the time. He does have this little neck brace on, which cuts a little bit, but I mean, that's as good as it's going to go. His head comes up a good amount of ways if you want him looking up at you. He does have spin rotation. He does have tilt, which you love. You got to have tilt with Deadpool because he's very expression. He expresses very well. I think there wasn't a head for him. That's right. That was a Spider-Man figure. So his arms come all the way up like this. You can also spin it around and get his elbows in like very nicely. This is what you want in figures. This is such perfect accuracy that you would want for your figures to get them in the poses and shots that you want them into. His wrist comes in. I'm sorry, it goes down, up and down like that. And on the right arm, it does the same thing. As you can see here. He's got a good articulation on this as well. Very good articulation. He has the old, I think I call this the old school, or maybe it's just the male cut for the abdomen. Goes back, goes forward very well. He does have waist swivel. Very, very nicely. Gotta be careful of these guns and the sheets in the back here. We can look at the sheets. Actually, we'll get back into that when we're done with the articulation here. This is thigh cut. His leg comes back that far. It's kind of hindered by the design here of the shin guards or whatever, and then the holsters, but I don't really see much of a big deal. Yeah, I don't really want to break this one. Was stuck earlier. I was trying to mess with it a little bit before I got it out. He doesn't have a cut down here, but he does have very big ankles, which makes for very good rotation. Also very good tilts. So you'd want, because I know a lot of you guys use this pose, the little action pose. So I'll give you guys a good look here at his detail. They did such a good job on this. It feels good. It doesn't feel cheap at all. I think Hasbro's getting much better, and I'd really like to see more figures done in the MCU style that aren't in there. I would love to see an MCU old school Taskmaster. I think that would be really, really cool. So as far as his guns on the side here, I don't like these at all. I wish they were detachable. They're not. I know there's a way to get them off with the glue. You use a little heat to get them off. I wish, because these are normal, it looks like 9mm, and the ones you get are kind of, I don't want to say spacey, but they're almost futuristic looking. I'm not sure if that's an accurate gun. I'm not up on all my gun details. But I don't like that these are in here. They're very rubbery. So as you can see, they bend. Yeah, so I'm not very excited about that, but this detail on this figure is amazing. His 2 swords he comes with are very, very tiny. I think they fit him pretty well, but I think these are really just going to be stuck into the sheets here, or the sheath, I should say. And that comes on there naturally. I haven't tried to remove it. I'm not really going to ever remove it. Oh, I want to add that he does have butterfly joints in here. So he can get really, really far back as well. So for Deadpool, we have 3 sets of alternate hands. These are his gun hands. I would also say they could probably be used for his sword, but I think these are mostly his sword hands here. These are really nice. And then the hands he comes with are just like Negasonic Teenage Warhead. He comes with one open and one closed fist, and that's the same here. He also comes with a knife, which is a really nice detail. Kind of wish they would have done this with the G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. Instead of that knife, they added that barely fits in the holster. So, or the sheath, I should say. So it fits in the sheath, and that's not going nowhere. It's a really nice fit. It's tight. I would say it's snug. It's not tight. Doesn't feel like you're hurting it, and then you push it down a little more. So the most important thing everybody wants to know about here, I'm sure, is the unicorn. Is it cool? Is it articulated? No, it's not articulated. Yes, it's cool. It almost looks like it wants to be articulated, though. I'm sorry, you probably can't see. Yeah, it looks like it wants to be articulated, but it's not. It's beautiful. The horn's gold. My cat's yawning. Yeah, this is a very cool little added feature. I just wish that it was in a... I don't know. I wish there was a hands to hold this. I suppose you probably could use these hands here. Let me focus there for you guys. Sorry about that. I suppose you could use those to hold on to. Let me see. Yeah, I suppose this right here could be the hands. His open hands. These could be the hands to hold on to him or whatever he does with it. I don't really want to mention much more than what they showed in the movies, which I think was insane. So yeah, that's my review of the Deadpool and Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I kind of wish they did have a couple extra sculpts for his eyes to be expressive with him, but I feel like what we're getting here is a pretty good value, and considering that you can't find these anywhere, I would be on the lookout for returns or late stocks to probably be popping up in the next couple of weeks with Christmas and everything, as Targets, Walmarts, and other stores will be emptying out their warehouses. So yeah, I appreciate you guys again. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.